Folks, as you can see, I'm pretty excited about what came through this morning in aid of us looking and addressing this CV-19 event that we're having in our lives all over the place right now. This is a hugey. This is something that is bigger than Ben Hur, really. To be to be just to the point here. The reason I loved what I saw this morning was that here we have a guy who is a renowned scientist and who's done some pretty amazing things in human and discovery of human scientific biology and so on. If you look him up on Google and look at him, particularly on the Gaia channel, the work that he's done and the respect that he's put together internationally, worldwide, from top scientists all the way down to common folks like us. He's a champion, a modern day champion. Together, him and Bruce Lipton. I've spent time with Bruce Lipton in New Zealand. Now, there's another guy who is a true, ethical champion of people. With his book, the Biology of Belief, that was given to me 10 years ago. I mean, these are people of modern times that are about really universally looking at humanity and doing the best possible job that can be done here. Now, what I loved about this was that he broke it down to very simple factors, took some of the hype and some of the nastiness out of it. I mean, we are lucky here in Australia where we know, like 18 people have died of this pandemic. We know it's not going to be a huge issue here in Australia. We're lucky. There are reasons why it is in Spain and Italy a different reaction altogether. I'm not going to go into that now. There's a whole bunch of that. I want to stay straight on focus here. Greg has basically nailed the fundamentals. And the fundamentals are immune system, respiratory system, getting exercise and nutrition. Now, these are pretty straightforward, folks. Is there an opportunity for all of us just basically get back to basics and start waking up to ourselves in terms of love of ourselves, our loved ones, our families, and our health. Now, these things aren't hard to do. As you know, Classic Health Australia is my foundation website for my energy health business. And we are in the business of helping people, and we have lots of testimonials there with the science of bioresonance. Now, I'm not going to argue with anyone about bioresonance. It's only been around for about 30 years now, scientifically accepted right around the world to have some purpose, some meaning in their health and the ability for people to look after themselves. Now, my system is no different in some aspects to the thousands and thousands and thousands that are out there. If you go and visit somebody now who does bioresonance, they will more than likely, as we will have a formula for CV-19 to help people with the various aspects of the effects of their body and so forth. Most of them, or some of them, will have a way of charging a pendant with a formula that personally boosts people's immune systems. Now, I'm not alone on this, folks. I've talked to people in New Zealand and all over the place in the bioresonance science area. We have something that has definitely able to boost immune systems, help with respiratory areas and so forth. Not cure anything, not provide medicine or medical advice. It is about energy medicine. The sort of stuff that Nikola Tesla was telling us to get involved in the 30s. Now, I'm not going to go down the discussion about, whether or not some people believe and some people don't. I came back from India with a very serious, 2 days before the shutdown, with a very serious flu that could easily have had components of Econo in it, right? A week later, I'm totally healthy. I had mountains of phlegm and all sorts of things going on in a normal flu situation, no temperature. But I had a real issue, like nothing I'd had for 10 years. I don't get sick. Nobody, when you've got ELIBRA Advantage around you, you find that you don't have these things. And I've got 3 ELIBRAs that are available for my clients and so forth. Now, look, I'm going to put some more work out here on some plans for people and their immune systems and respiratory and so forth. I'm already helping the clients that we have on a free of charge basis, and we've got our programs and our machines working pretty well flat out. But we'll be working with other people that have these systems and so forth, and rolling something out for the public. So stay focused, folks. I just love what Greg so much what Greg had to say today, particularly at the end. The 35 to 45 minutes, the last 10 minutes talked about things like non-global, local-based economies. Now, I am not a globalist, folks. I believe that this is the wonderful opportunity for us to be together and create local economies that don't depend on massive overseas companies supplying us with a whole bunch of things. But anyway, a lot more of that later. I'll be back later and talk to you about this. I'm so excited about everything that Greg had to say this morning. Over for now, folks.